Navigate on autopilot with automatic lane change? How well does it work? Let's find out. Hey there, I'm Joy. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time watching my video, I document my Tesla Model 3 owner experience to help new and future owners learn more about this car. If you enjoy this video and you find this helpful, please consider subscribing. As many of you are aware, Tesla is rolling out the 2019.8.5 update rapidly to a lot of people. And a lot of you have already gotten it. And the biggest feature in this update is the Navigate on Autopilot feature enhancement, where you can have the car do lane change without you having to push down on the signal stalk or press down on the right stalk to initiate lane change. So I'm going to test it out in LA traffic, as you have seen from my previous video that I did last year when Navigate on Autopilot first came out. That test didn't go quite well. So I'm going to do this test again in more congested traffic and also in more free-flowing traffic, so you can see the difference and see how practical it would be to use this feature in LA. All right, I am on the freeway now and I see traffic coming up. So I'm going to engage autopilot, and then it's vibrating and asks me to apply pressure on the steering wheel in order to do this lane change. But as you can see, I have a car coming up back here, so it's gotta wait, and now it's going over on its own. This is pretty neat. Okay, here we go again, but having to apply pressure, whoa, what just happened, on the steering wheel is actually annoying because, you know, I'm a woman. Maybe my force is not that strong. But yeah, this is a little tough to do the lane changes. It just keeps blinking and blinking, and then it has to slow down and wait for the cars to pass. And it's going to try again, and let's see if it's going to do it. There's a car coming up. Hopefully I can get into the HOV lane. Whoa, motorcycle coming. And before this other car comes up. Okay, that went pretty well. So let's see how this goes. Looks like I'll be in the carpool lane, the HOV lane, for a while, so I will report back. But so far it's working pretty well, except for the fact that you have to actually apply force on your steering wheel in order to do the lane change, in order to confirm actually the lane change, instead of pressing down on the stalks for the lane change to occur. And that is really annoying to me so far. Okay, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Yep, see, it's going to try and get to this other lane, but it's congested. So I don't know how this is gonna work. It's preparing for a lane change back to the other HOV lane, because this is a thicker gray line. 1 mile. Keep a right to stay on Interstate 405 north toward Interstate 605. So let's see when it's going to actually tell me that's going to make that lane change. This lane is slowing down, and this lane has a lot of cars coming up. Yep, there it is. But how do I get over when there are so many cars and they're slowing down, coming to a stop? So I'm actually going to have to stall traffic, which is no bueno. I have to take this off and do this manually. And this is why Navigate on Autopilot with no lane change confirmation would not work in LA rush hour traffic, in congested traffic like this. Not recommended. Leave it off. I'm 3.5 miles away from my exit, and this stretch of the road is always congested. So let's see how this is gonna work. And right now it's asking me to do the lane change, but I'm in the double yellow lane, so not sure why it's asking me to do this. And I'm about to hit the car in front of me. So yeah, this is not working out well. I'm re-engaging this, and hopefully this is gonna work. And I'm actually have to manually do this now. So let's see if it will do the lane change. Thankfully there's not a car behind this one, so I'm able to do this manually. But now it's asking me to do another lane change, so I'm gonna put my hand, apply force. Okay, this is really difficult. I don't like this applied light force in order to confirm the lane change thing, because again, I'm a woman, my force is not as heavy or light as this car wants it to be. So let's see how this performs. It's actually calculating 2 lanes over. That's really interesting. The solid gray line, as you see here. All right, it's gonna ask me to do the lane change again. There's a car here, there's a car there. So I might have to stall. Thankfully, the car behind this one slowed down, so I'm able to change over. Otherwise, it would be at earlier at the HOV lane change, where I would have to take this off of autopilot and do it manually. All right, here we go. So this is actually vibrating, and it's actually asking me to apply light force. All right, come on, light force. There we go. Okay. Yeah, light force is annoying. As you can see, I will not be using Navigate on Autopilot with automatic lane change with applying light force to the steering wheel during my daily commute, because my commute every day, the traffic would be similar to this, and it is not going to be practical for me to use this feature. I can use autopilot and auto steering, and that's it, and change lanes as I see fit, and do the lane change manually. It's Sunday morning. I'm going to church. The traffic is going to be really light, so I'm going to test this Navigate on Autopilot without me having to prompt for lane change. But this time I'm actually going to come into the setting and turn off use HOV lanes. So I'll stay in the regular traffic flowing lanes and see how this works out. So let me go over to this other lane and turn this thing on. Now it's prompting me to go change lane, and I apply pressure, but it won't go for some reason, even though there is not a car in this lane. Maybe it was detecting that motorcycle. That was not a good behavior in my opinion. It's trying to change the lane again. So okay, I pressed. Come on, I already pressed on you. And it's changing lane again. Yes, it should. And I will go. And I'm increasing the speed a little bit. And it's changing lane again. Come on! I pressed on you. Go. Change. Okay. Maybe I don't know how to apply the light force correctly. If any of you have any idea on how to correctly do this, comment down below and let me know, because that is really annoying. My camera battery just died, so I have to shoot this from my phone. And it's starting to tell me to change the lane because my exit is coming up in 4 miles. So I am just applying light pressure on the steering wheel. It's kind of tricky. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I have to try it a few times in order for the wheel to take and do the lane change. But I think that this works great with free-flowing light traffic situation like this, where everything is pretty much seamless. And now it's gonna have me change to this other lane because of the slow traffic coming up ahead. So yeah, it's just doing this on its own, and it's quite nifty. But definitely don't use this in congested traffic situation. It's not going to work really well, and it'll become really frustrating. Now it's going to change. Pressure, 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 pressure. See? I initiated it, but it didn't take. And I applied too much pressure, and I actually took Navigate on Autopilot off. So Tesla needs to figure out a better way to make sure that the driver is paying attention with this feature turned on, because this applying pressure to wheel to confirm lane change is not working out, for at least for me. I don't know about you, but if you encounter a similar situation, comment down below.
Take exit 68 on the right onto Roscoe Boulevard.
Okay, let's see how it's going to deal with this oil tank. It's going to pass, and then it'll probably prompt me to go over. Yep, light pressure. Here we go. Come on, I applied pressure. Change already. Here we go. And here goes my exit. It's going to start prompting. Yep, I'm not prompting this whatsoever. And then exit the off ramp. And I'm going to turn this off. So there you go. Navigate on autopilot with no lane change confirmation. But you still do need to apply pressure on the wheel to sort of confirm it, or tell the car that you are paying attention. But again, that did not go well for me, as you saw. Either my pressure isn't enough, or I applied too much pressure where I took Navigate on Autopilot off. So there you go. Well, as you can see, same thing happened. Navigate on Autopilot with auto lane change did not go well in congested traffic situation, but it worked quite nicely when you have much less car on the road. It worked just as it should. Obviously, this needs more improvement, but it is one step closer to that autonomous full self-driving that Tesla has promised us. And I am excited to see what the future holds. And once again, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe down there, give this video a like, make comments down there, ask me questions, and I love to interact with all my viewers. Until next time, have a blessed week.